because there was a photographer in passing who, Fiona Abud, she's a Jewish Brazilian American who was doing a photo essay on Sikhs for many years. And I was actually turned out to be her last subject. So she spent 6-7 years of her life capturing Sikhs in photographs. And she was trying to capture me in photographs. So she came by and she said, "Oh, Vishavjit, this is cool. Why don't you come back next year?" And she just made a comment, "Why don't you come back next year dressed up as Captain America?" And I said, no. I said a very emphatic no to her. She didn't ask me why, but I knew my reasons. Few reasons I said no. One, I have body image issues. I've always been skinny, been teased for it. I'm like, dude, no way. I'm not wearing a superhero's leotard uniform and going out there. No way. So it's first body image issue. Second, I'm like, look, this is post 9/11, man. People already hustle me. They already tell me to go back home. They call me names. Why would I want to bring more attention to myself?
Right.
So I forgot about it. She forgot about it. But when going forward now, August 2012, when I wrote this op-ed, Fiona read that article and she emailed me after months. She goes, "Hey, Vishavjit, I love this piece. I think you should don that uniform. Let's go out and let's shoot you as Captain America on the streets of New York City. I think we can push people's perception about what it means to be American. Let's do it." And I was like, I still remember that email. I'm like, man, my brain saying no, but because Milwaukee had happened, I said, you know what? I need to get out of my own way and let's do it. So I said yes. She bought a uniform from Hong Kong, a teenager size for me, skinny me. And it took us a few months because we wanted to do it. And she wanted a sunny day, a warm day. So it turns out June 2013, we stepped out, me stepping out. She had her camera, she had a helper. And that was one of the most amazing days of my life. So I can tell you, October 31st, 1984.
Yeah.
9/11. And that day in June 2013, 3 days, I'll probably remember the moment I'm about to die as one of the most amazing, most profound, tragic, non-tragic days of my life. I mean, that day I was out for 8-9 hours, Mandheer, and it was like I was in Twilight Zone. I was in a parallel universe because people I didn't know this because I was really nervous. I was really anxious. I thought people were going to hustle me. They're not going to like what they see.
It's interesting you're saying that because I watched the video. I've seen it several times over the years, but I think you made it a few years ago, maybe 5 or 6 years ago. But it was 2013. So 7 years ago is when you filmed this. But I remember seeing it many years ago. And I watched it again recently before you came on. So I wanted to kind of refresh myself. I don't get an indication of that at all. No, I don't feel like you're nervous. As a matter of fact, I'm watching and I'm going, how did he do this? How is he so calm? How did you confront people so calmly? And then even some of your responses to when people were reacting, they were very natural. So there was no feeling at all like you had any kind of nervousness or anything.
Yeah, so that video, it happened subsequently because first with a photo shoot, and what I realized is people got confused, and that confusion led people to treat me totally differently. I mean, people, when I'm in that uniform, people for most part treat me like, whoa, this is cool, or this is interesting, or hey, this guy may be very patriotic. I mean, I am treated like a celebrity when I'm in that uniform for most part. And I'll tell you, I mean, so after that photo shoot, once we published some of these photos, I got invitations from all over the place, late night comedy shows and companies and comic festivals and stuff. And one of the places that I went to uninvited was a Republican convention in 2016 in Cleveland, Ohio. I was there with a group of cartoonists. We were trying to capture some stories, and I just decided, you know what, I won't capture stories. I'll just dress up as Captain America, and I'll stand in front of the convention. I'm not going to go in because I don't have the pass, but I'll stand in front with a banner saying, let's kick some ass with compassion. And I had a couple of other banners. And I stood in front of the convention. And what's fascinating is almost nobody, a few people, almost nobody hustled me. People did get confused. They took photos of me with me. And a lot of police officers. Over the years, I found police officers, they love it. So they took photos with me or off me for their kiddos.
Yeah.
And so I realized there is something happening when it comes to story of Captain America. Captain America is not real. Kids know this. When I go to schools, I go to schools a lot. Kids know Captain America is not real. But the story of Captain America is real and it's powerful. We Americans take Captain America quite seriously. And I get to live that power because when I'm in that uniform, it's like a trophy.